Dear students, this is Praveen Agrawal from BBA Department, RMT Chandosi. Welcomes you in today's lecture of Managerial Economics. Today, we will discuss the remaining methods of measuring price elasticity of demand. As in previous lecture, I have discussed about the two methods of measuring price elasticity of demand, that was percentage method and second one was the point method. Today we are going to discuss the third and fourth method. The third one is total outlay oblique total expenditure method. What is total expenditure? Total expenditure can be calculated by multiplying the price and quantity demanded, because we have two variables in demand. The first one is price and second one is the quantity demanded. So when we multiply price per unit to quantity demanded of the commodity, then we get the total expenditure. What does this method say? Under this method, to measure elasticity of demand, one finds out how much and in what direction total expenditure changes as a result of change in the price of a commodity. It means that when the price is changing, total expenditure will be changing also. If and in what direction this particular change is going on, according to that direction of change in total expenditure due to the change in price of a commodity is measured with the help of total outlay or total expenditure method. Clear? When we follow this, then the following three situations are considered. These three situations are there. First situation, let us discuss the first situation. The first situation is rise or fall in the price of the commodity. Means when there is a rise or there is a fall in the price of the commodity, but there is no change in total expenditure. Means total expenditure before change and total expenditure after change remains constant. Then such a situation is known as the unitary price elastic demand. Clear? Here EP will be equal to 1. Here we can determine that what is the nature of price elasticity of demand, but we cannot define the value. Okay. Come to the second point. The second point is fall in the price, because two situations may be there. Under this second possibility, either price will be falling or the price will be rising. If price is falling and total expenditure is increasing, or price is rising and total expenditure is decreasing, in both these situations there will be a relatively price elastic demand. Okay, EP is more than 1. Again I am repeating it. Price is decreasing, total expenditure increasing, or price is increasing, total expenditure decreasing, then such a situation is known as the relatively price elastic demand. Clear? Third possibility is there. When there is a decrease in the price, total expenditure also decreasing, or increase in the price, total expenditure also increasing, then such a situation is considered as a relatively price inelastic demand. EP is less than 1. These are the three possibilities through which we can define the nature of the price elasticity of demand. Let us consider one of the example. Here I have taken one of the table. Okay. Situation, price of commodity, quantity, total expenditure, effect on total expenditure, and type of elasticity of demand. Three situations has been considered. These are the three possibilities. In situation 1, in situation A, price of the commodity is rupees 2 per unit and it is decreasing from rupees 2 to rupees 1. Quantity is increasing from 4 to 8. Okay. Situation B, price decreasing from rupees 2 to rupees 1. Quantity is increasing from 4 to 10. Price is decreasing from 2 to 1. Quantity is increasing from 3 to 4. Have a check on initial expenditure. 2 into 4, 8. 1 into 8, 8. Before change, total expenditure 8. After change, total expenditure 8. There is no change in total expenditure. It means that Same total expenditure is there. That's why it is known as the unitary price elastic demand. Clear? EP is equal to 1. Now come to the second one. 2 into 4, 8. 1 into 10, 10. Total expenditure is increasing while price is decreasing. So this is the second possibility where total expenditure increases with the decrease in price. So this is relatively price elastic demand. AP will be more than 1. Consider the third possibility. 2 into 3, 6. 1 into 4, 4. Total expenditure decreasing. Price also decreasing. It means that this is the case of relatively price inelastic demand. Clear? So this is the way how we can define the nature of price elasticity of demand with the help of total outlay or total expenditure method. Now come to the fourth one. This is the fourth method known as the arc method. This method of measuring price elasticity is used when demand curve is a rectangular hyperbola, not a straight line demand curve. In previous methods, we have discussed the demand curve in the form of straight line or linear form. But when the demand curve is not in its linear form, or it is in non-linear form or rectangular hyperbola form, then we use the arc method. Just have a look in the curve. Here dt is the demand curve, which is having its non-linear form. It is not in a linear form, it is in a non-linear form. So here we cannot apply the percentage method or total outlay method or point method. For this case, we use arc method. Just suppose that the other points A and point B. When the price is OP, quantity is OQ, price decreases from OP to OP1, quantity increases from OQ to OQ1. Okay, so let us suppose that initial price is equal to OP is equal to small p, initial quantity OQ, small q, new price OP1, small p1, new quantity OQ1, Q1. So according to this method, the price elasticity of demand is measured by using the following formula. The formula is given here. Price elasticity is equal to change in quantity demanded upon new quantity plus initial quantity upon change in price upon new price plus initial price. Change in quantity, that is Q1 difference Q, Q1 plus Q, new quantity plus initial quantity, upon change in price, P1 difference P, upon P1 plus P. Because price is decreasing and quantity is increasing, so one of the sign will be negative. So here we get negative sign. Q1 minus Q, delta Q upon Q1 plus Q, P1 difference P, delta P, P1 plus P. We are getting here. So we have the final formula as EP is equal to minus delta Q upon delta P into P1 plus P upon Q1 plus Q. So this is the formula of arc method of measuring price elasticity of demand, where negative sign refers inverse relation between price and quantity demanded of the commodity. Thank you.